Hello! I've got some new fun things to play with today that I can't wait to try out. I always forget to say, for those of you that are new, my name's Amber, and welcome. I hope that you have a fun time. We play with paper and make things and have a good time and have chats. So I got a delivery today from Temu, which is one of my favorites. So we've got some number dies. We've got a vine leaf, a couple embossing folders, little thing to cut out. I thought this would be really cute to make like a little window frame or something to put little bits in. We've got some leaves, a few new stamps. These stamps, which I'm super excited about. Got a bingo card, another ticket, a check. So that's fun. And this oh, that might even have little hearts in it. It does. This die and embossing plate. I thought this would make really, really cool little envelopes, and they will look like they're quilted. And guys, I can't believe it. I've been using this tear ruler for how long now? And then I'm like, wait a second. It's to make a ruler. I can't believe I didn't think of that earlier. Crazy. So I've got all kinds of, I cleaned my desk kind of, and I've got lots of little bits and pieces just laying over here to the side. I thought, let's have some fun. We can make some maybe tags or maybe little envelopes or some dangles, something. We're gonna just do a fun mass make and see what we can come up with using our new fun stuff. So what I want to start out with, I think we'll do some in maybe solid colored paper, and then I also want to play around with the inks, with the distress inks. We haven't done that for quite some time, possibly ever, here on the channel. So let's play around with that. Now we've got the glass surface that we can use. And I also have a silicone mat. So I'm going to grab that out. And it's stained because I did a technique where you stamp on your silicone and then put your paper down and it picks it back up. But yeah, I got a mess. I think, where'd I get this? I probably got it on Temu. As well. I think I paid a couple bucks for it. Or you know what? No, I didn't. I got it at Hobby Lobby, but also a couple bucks. So I think what I want to do is, I am not by any stretch any sort of expert on the oxides or inks. Any sort of expert on any of the things. Let's just say that. So I thought it might be fun to kind of make a cool colored background, maybe with some splatters, and then use that to cut out some of the different shapes that we're going to work with. I got a watch on. Get my watch off. It's going to be in my way. So yeah, let's just get started. And I believe that what I want to do is start just putting some ink down, and then maybe we'll give it some sprays and see how that behaves. That's, I think, black. Let's see what we've got. This guy, I believe, goes here. He goes there. I don't know if I have I've got this speckled egg. What else? Scorched is already on here. I don't know if we'll go that dark or not. Could use some walnut stain as a interim color. And here's a purple. So we can just, and we've got some others left, so it's not like we've got some blank ones as well. That's orange. Oh, and we've got our brush collection here that we can also use. So I'm sure we'll get it all figured out. So from what I've seen, and like I said, we are learning together. From what I've seen, it's best to start lightest and move darker. So I'm gonna see what we can get. Hopefully we can get enough that it's a nice visual here. And I'm wondering if maybe we can even try to get a gradient, because of course that's what you should start with, you know, the hard stuff. But let's see. Why not give it a try? It's paper, we've got more, and we are just here having fun. So we'll try a couple of different, that must have something stuck in it. Maybe, I don't know. It looks like it's like scratching a little bit, but maybe not. I could totally be being crazy and making stuff up. Supposedly, if we go like this, it will blend. I've seen other people do it, and it's absolutely lovely, but you know, we're new. We're new at this game. Kind of pretty color. If you want to be particular, you can always probably be better off cutting your shapes out first. I just thought it would be fun to be surprised. All right, so how about we go with the deeper purple. Oh, this is gonna probably leave some circles, but I'm okay with that. It's gonna definitely leave some circles, but we're still okay with it, so that's fine. So that can go here. How about, do we have one marked for wall? No, and all the things fell off, so it really doesn't matter. I guess we could use this since it has one living underneath, we can go ahead and use this. See if we can get some more neutral colors. Do a section maybe of that. This is how to have fun when you don't know what you're doing. Time. And I'm gonna grab some forest moss and go in with our, whoa, okay, well that spreads really nicely. Even if you get a little bit thick when you first start, it still has some good movement. Let's go a little green in here with our purple. Could be nice. We enjoy green. I don't know how much blending time you get, especially with this porous paper, but we're gonna find out. Now, let's do some more speckled egg, and I think, yes, I did have one of these specific for that, although it looks darker. It's such a pretty color. especially in those muted tones. Brights are fun sometimes, but I really like the muted tones. We're just making a whole bundle of stuff here. How about, what can we get out of this? Milled lavender. Now with some of these, hopefully what we're going to find out is it's okay to have just little bits of color. It doesn't matter if it's blended really well. It's not going to matter if there's little lines in it. That might work better if I go bigger. I can't remember what color I used this on, but I'm probably doing a big fat no-no. I know I am, but here we are. Doing it anyway. This still has quite a bit of something on there. That milled lavender's really pretty. How about some green? It's a little bit different. Now I have no idea if we're gonna ruin it or what we're gonna do, but we're just gonna try some different things. Little bit of, how about the saltwater taffy's kind of a corally color? Let's see. Let's see how that looks. Oh, that's really pretty. Okay. And we're just gonna go to town doing whatever we feel like doing. All right, now let's try another pink. Let's see if I can get some of this off. I suppose, well, no, if I spray it, then I'm gonna be in trouble. Let's try this. I do like the coverage that we get from these. Are very pretty. And this is a very pale but really pretty pink. Put that over here. Like I said, guys, no idea what we're doing here. We are just having a good time. And did we do walnut stain? I don't, yes, we did. How about some vintage? Not even concerned. Pretty rich, nice. Rich brown, and we know we'll use the brown. I don't do a lot in the bright colors because I'm not 100% sure where exactly I might want to use it. Don't use a lot of bright colors, but what else shall we do? How about, we know we don't want to do the archival because they will not move. Oops, well, don't do that either. They're not going to move around, and we're going to put some water on it. So it's tea dye, slightly more orangey. good coverage. And we can put some here. We just want some color around. We don't want to cover all of our pink. How about, just put a little in there. Pulls out a little bit of green from the blue. All right. Now, the test. Let's see what we get if we add some water. So I want to go big splatters. I always thought that this distress sprayer was like, you know, what a bunch of hype. Why? Who needs that? It's fabulous, you guys. Super cool and fun. So I'm gonna let that sit for a minute and let it pull up some of that ink. And then we're going to dab it and see how much comes off. I should have brought a paper towel, but I don't have one, so I'm gonna use the baby wipe. Cool. Did not bring any paper towels in with me. It's pretty cool how it pulls so much off. And from what I've read, if you like the very thick border, like super pronounced borders, you can leave it sit for a little longer. And that is with, I can't remember if it's the oxides or the inks. It's wonderful. All right, let's let this sit over to dry a little bit, and let's pull out another. And I think this time, I think I want to keep the speckled egg. Let's get rid of some of these brighter colors for the moment and see what we might be able to come up with. I also have, oh, they're way behind everything. I was saying I have some sprays as well, but they're behind all kinds of stuff. So let's try another technique, and let's put some ink down. See, it does not, I don't think it has, I don't know if I got an older one or what, but I feel like it's not super full. And now I really want to get the spray out, so I'm gonna do that. Let's see. Here it is. Oh, this is tumbled glass, so not speckled egg, but still. Shabby shutters and I've got some other like ink sprays and stuff, but I'm not good at shaking. You're supposed to shake these up really, really good, but I'm pretty lazy. So I'm just gonna spray some. Oh my God, does it make a mess? Oh geez. Okay, now let's mist it up good and splat. See what we end up with. A mess for sure, but look at that nice disaster that I'm creating. Oh, but it looks cool, so you know, we can get dirty, no problem. We do not mind getting dirty. That is not at all the right way you're supposed to do it, but I still think it looks cool. So should probably spray more water here and wipe that clean. Oh my Lord, look at that. What a disaster. That's okay. Looks pretty cool. I like how, and I'm guessing the reason it's got the weird patterns and behaviors in there is because I didn't spray it like I was supposed to. I do think, or didn't shake it. That's what I mean. I'm sorry. Not spraying, shaking. All right, let's see if we can actually get this cleaned up enough to keep going. One of the cool things I've seen people do, and I don't use the wipes all that often, but a lot of people will save their baby wipes, and then when they are dry, then you can tear them up and use them in your journal and whatnot. All right, so let's see what else I got over here. Those are, well, we could use sparklies. We've got some, let's see. Got some glimmery ones. What about this green? And I don't want to I don't want to spray this. I want to just make some splashes. Hopefully they stay nice and shiny and pretty and glittery when they dry. Obviously, the possibilities with this stuff are absolutely endless. I like how they are spreading out. I might have to, kids are playing outside. I might have to shut my window just a sec. Okay, that's a little better. Those guys are something out there, having a grand time. I'm gonna add a little bit of this brown shimmer. I got, these are called Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist, and I got these years and years and years ago when Tuesday Morning was still open in our area. They have since closed, which I was very sad about because they had some really nice craft things. Obviously it was kind of all over the, you know, not a lot of consistency with what they had. I think this might look nice with slightly bigger droplets. So let me, oh no, there went the heat gun almost. Not that. Let me get this one. Let's see what we can manage with some bigger spots. Not a whole lot of big spots, probably because it is pretty thin. And so, oh, there's a nice one. All right, so it was just because I wasn't loading it enough. I'm gonna try to not ruin anything, but since we're playing and having a good time, it's really not ruining anything, is it? We are having our experience, that we are trying to have, so that's not ruining. Now, dare we put some blue splatters on? Why not? I'm not sure what the color is. Maybe we'll test it over here in the corner. A little bit brighter blue, but not super bright to the point where it feels obnoxious. So that is okay. And I don't think we want any pink. Let's see what else we've got. These are oxides, and they're not, how about some of this? Victorian Velvet. Well, but that's pink. Nope, we're gonna not get too terribly out of control. So I'm going to dry these, and I'm gonna run them through the, what is it called? Big Shot, and see what kind of fun stuff we come up with that we can play with. I will be right back. Okay, guys, it's coming along. It's coming along. This is not a fast process. I can't even believe it. Almost there. Okay, we've got a bit of a pile of things that we can play with. And find them garbage. One that I don't have out yet, but I kind of wanted, oh, sorry about that. Kind of want to do it together and see. There's definitely a learning curve with what constitutes thin dye versus whatever the other name. There's like thin lit and something something, and so it does. I'm hoping I get the hang of it because it does take quite a long while. Let's see what this one ends up looking like. I didn't realize it was gonna have hearts. I thought that it was just like a quilted look. I thought it was actually more of a embossing than die cut, but I am not sad about it. This turned out super cool. How would that look? Let's see, can I get a better, that's white, that's not gonna help. But seriously, I don't have anything dark. Here, dictionary. So there is a better view of that pattern. So that is super fun. Okay, so now we've got our things. And look, it did. It totally worked. That would look really cool then. Oh, did it cut all the way through? It kind of did. Again, not great with the pressure. That's the word. Okay. We said we wanted to do a little bit of a mask make. So I think that we should take some of these, and all of this, and make some cool like little dangles or maybe tags, something cool. I got these little squares that I know we can layer up with something. The little numbers turned out cool too. I really like those. I tried to put through book pages and it worked, but then I realized I put through 2 book pages. So now we've got doubles. They are very thin, but you could certainly still glue them down. This cardstock's obviously a little sturdier, but we got a good mix of color. That had a picture in it. The one's the only one that comes out where you get the middle, but that is okay. So, what shall we make? How about, let's see, how about just some cool layering? Oh, that might look pretty. That gives a pretty effect. And then maybe just like a little mini collage. We could do that, and we could do it. What do we want to do it on? We could do it on a tag if we have any. I knew I had some, but I don't know where they went. I was losing something. They're not here. How about these? These have been sitting in the stash for a long while. Let's do mini collage tags. And we're just gonna make a bunch, and we're gonna have fun, and it's gonna be cool. Let's see. What do we got for time here? All right, we're right about 30 minutes. Let's see what we can get done in another half hour. And we've got tidbits over here, and we've got some stamps. We've got, let me just grab this pile of stuff. That that'll work. That'll look nice. Got some of this stuff. There we go. We got a pile to work from. I like that with that. So let's just start going to town. I want to grab some of the new, oh look, there's more goodies. Let's pull these guys out. These might look cool. I think it would just have a good, they kind of give the same vibe, I think. So let's check them out. Very noisy. I'm going to pull out my tearing ruler because I don't want a straight line. Let's see if that'll... I don't think we needed much to worry about a straight line on that. Just going to start. How about we make a decision to use, let's make a decision on what color of ink we're going to use. Now I mixed them up. I think this is walnut stain. Let's use that today. Don't use that too often. So, and we're just going to get started. I think the delicate shape of some of those die cuts will be a nice contrast to the sharp edges of the numbers, but also complement the shape of our tag here. So I'm gonna go, whoa, don't get in such a big hurry. I'm gonna go ahead and ink all the tags first. This can almost be like a little collection. They're similar enough. Let's see how ambitious we're gonna be. Shall we try 5? I think we should. Let's try 5. I do like the versatility of these domed foams, because you can do, you know, relatively dark, but you can also go a softer blend. Don't mind my cat in the hall. She's being kind of a baby at the moment. There, let's start with those and see where it gets us. Now, do we want this to be our focal point? Do we want it to be our background? What if we stamp first? I saw my big one over here. I swear I saw the big one over here. It's my background stamp. Well, here's this. We know we need that. There it is. Got it. All right, now let's stick with our simple-ish theme here and stamp. I'm going to do 2 colors, perhaps. Let's do a little bit of a dark and then also a lighter, slightly more subtle. So let's go, and we're just gonna, well, that had something, a piece of plastic on it. random. It is a little bit darker than I think I wanted. How about some tea dye? And let's do it this way. Maybe some of the darker will blend in a little better. I don't have a stamp block big enough to do a whole ton of this, to do the whole thing. So I just go like this. That looks pretty. So we'll just pop this on and we'll go that way again. Pretty sure I smeared that one, but that's okay. And then I put the ink down on top, so also good job to myself. All right. Now, let's set this off to the side. You know, the dark doesn't bother me nearly as much. It doesn't feel super overpowering. Now, how similar do we want these? We've got 5 leaves. Isn't that so convenient? We could also put those on. Let's just start plopping stuff down and see what we think. We could put some of those on the front and some behind. We'll ink the edges so they show up better. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Okay. Now, do we want... You know what might look kind of cool, I'm thinking? First, let's ink up here. I don't know how easy this is going to be on these. I'm thinking not the most. So we might just have to be okay with some ink, but not a ton, or it's going to, one, take all day, or rip like that. Nice thing is, if it rips, no problem, because we are gluing it down anyway. Just gonna put dots in many places. And let's have this one growing upward. Don't think I'm going to be that person who places things particularly, because I don't think I'll be able to. So that is one thing. Now this one we can do a better job of inking, and we can also put some other stuff in there if we want. Yeah, let's just rip that. Did not even need my tearing ruler. Just tear it. Let's go glue stick with this one. Well, that's a lot of glue. That should work just fine. Just stick that there. And do we want, now I had little offcuts of coffee dyed paper. I don't want to cover too much of that up. How about like that? That would be all right. mess out of my glue stick here. There, and how he feel there. We'll go that way with him. Does he need a label? I mean, you know, don't we pretty much always, oops, stuff falling on the floor. Don't we always pretty much need a label? Or a stamp? I've got a purple stamp. Yeah, we'll go with the stamp for this one. Oh, careful. About right there. And this guy, and then we need a number. Subtle colors, but whoops, glue there. Subtle colors, but interest built with layers. We were gonna go this way, right? Yes, so we don't cover up too much of our vine there. Okay. Did I glue it to the page? Almost. Almost glued it right down to the page. Now, what about, now I haven't even opened these yet. Some little stickers. Let's see if there's anything we would want to use on here. Oh my goodness, is that loud? That's a lot of layers of plastic. Let's see what these are gonna look like. Oh, pretty. Why not? I wonder how many different color combos there are here. I know for a fact they're there. I know for a fact. That these are here somewhere. Just a little bit of something. Oh, it's because this is all sticky. Just a little something extra. Excellent. These all gonna stick probably. This is full. All right. Change of plans. Okay, now what's our next one? Maybe we don't want leaves on everyone. Maybe we want a couple of these. That would be pretty. Something a little simpler. Oops. And what do we want for a stamp? Shall we see how this guy works? There you are, stamping block. Let's check it out. And yeah, let's just do it in walnut stain. How about one up here? Oh, that turned out really cute. I like that. Now, maybe at least on the edges of the leaves. We can't get everywhere because it's just too fragile. I bet what would look really cool when you're doing the paper, let me glue this down and then I can try to illustrate what I'm thinking. Because I don't know that I'll be able to put it into great words. All right, so if you've got your paper, maybe it would look really cool to go in and do something like this, and you leave the center light, and then when you put the dye on it, it's going to have darker edges just based on, you know, the shape of how you're cutting it out. It would look like that. I mean, you could be more precise, clearly, but so an idea. Ooh, here's a scrap that's kind of cool. Forgot about that. Just a little something. What's the one where I tried embossing and then wiping off the, putting the ink down first, then embossing, and then wiping it off. It did work pretty well, but being precise is a little difficult. How about a number? How about a darker number? Like this one. Number 6 it is. I think my dauber might be a little too, well, maybe not. I would say it might be a little too big to get on the inside, but sometimes if you come in through the back, some of that color comes around the side, and it can go right through and gets just enough at the edge that you can see it. It's super helpful. These are fun, and they're not, you know, super duper fancy by any means. You could even do like that with a shadow. But they are pretty. Not fancy, but they are pretty. A couple stamps stuck together. Let's put a couple stamps with that one. Oh, I was like, where'd I put it? I think I lost one already. I think I'm going to keep this one a little more simple. Let's go with stamps on this one. And how about with this one? Let's just go ahead and glue it down without inking and see how we feel about it. You don't always have to ink. I need to remind myself that. But if you like it, go for it. You just do whatever it is that makes you happy when making your art. Definitely a little bit more blended into the background. I don't know if I even want to put that on here. Maybe we just want to go, let's see. I'm feeling just like going really soft tonight with our soft colors. Half penny stamp. And let's put another one here. And how about a butterfly? Or a cup of tea. Let's do a cup of tea. That guy. Cup of tea and scissors. Let's put down a contrasting background here. Is that straight? Better. Let's stick this right here, sticking off to the side. I think you can still see it's a cup of tea. And now let's put our numbers. Get it straight-ish. You can see those enough. That looks good, I think. Oh, come on, glue. Glue boogers are getting stuck all over the place. That was a sloppy mess. And it's gonna stay that way. There we go, that worked. Not too shabby. Where'd I set the... I lose things like... It's insane how I lose things. Oh, they're under my scissors. So I guess they're not technically lost. How about one without this and maybe a bunch of numbers with some ink behind it. Let's try that little trick that we kind of talked about. Got some background ink. I guess it's not quite the same trick, but we can give it a shot. There are lots and lots of tutorials out there about using the inks and using them well, not like this. So definitely go check those out. I don't know why I didn't do this the first time that I was fumbling with the numbers, but it's okay. We made it this time. So how about a 5? That was a lot of glue. Be sorry about that one. Let's see if we can spread her out a little bit. I shouldn't even try to get these straight, because if I do, it's going to be so obvious that I tried and I didn't make it work. But, well, maybe not. Perhaps not. Let's go with the 1. Just at this point, randomly grabbing. and trying to make interesting color combination. That, and we can go with a 4. Let's get that glue booger off of there instead of continuing to complain about it. Go. I think I'm going to fight my urge to be balanced. And what do we want to put there? Something. It definitely needs something, but what is it? A ballerina? Could be. We'll know in a minute, won't we? Is this what we needed? Tutu, it says. Very cute. And how about a clock? There. I like doing mask making in this way where you've got a lot of the same kind of general options here to choose from, but they don't all have to be exactly the same. I mean, you can very easily tell that these belong together. They make sense together. I'm gonna put a sticker there. But they're not exactly the same, and that is totally fine. Let's see. We're not gonna overthink. We're just gonna want to put stickers. So how big is that? Too big? No, we're just gonna say it's not too big and we're gonna use it. I do want it to line up nicely though. There. Cute. Yep. I like it. Now, what do we need behind our window? What if, I do want to ink this one. I think we're going to try to showcase the little flowers inside this frame. And we've got a whole load, yes, of die cuts sitting there that we aren't using right now, but we will, we'll use them. We know we will use them. Do we want something behind it? Like, not that. Yeah, and we could even do 2 pieces. Let's do that, but let's have them ripped. I have no idea what time it is, so I don't know how we're doing on our, how long will it take us to do 5? I feel very rushed and fast, so it's got to be closer to 30 minutes than we usually do. So, let's see. Yep, I like that. I'm going to move this up just a little. Closer to the thing here. Or a lot closer to it, whatever. And then this fits right underneath. Totally fine. Very good. We'll have a brown line down the middle, but that's okay. I suppose we could move the other one down a little. Also okay. So let's put that there. And now we'll decide where we want this. Do we want to cover that or maybe right there? I think think right there it'll make it look like it's one. I need to be patient and just glue slowly. Don't know why we'd get in a hurry at this point. All right, we wanted it down a little lower. Does not have to be centered. Oops, I do want it to be relatively straight. Relatively. All right, does not have to be perfect. Want that? Let's see what some of these little stickers are. Can we make it look? Oh, are those not? Those are printed on the background. Well, that's a little bit stinky. Well, we're gonna make it work. Where's my glue? Here. And I probably could be using smaller scissors, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut that where it's at, because that top one's cut off. So I might be able to get it off is the next question. I think the answer will be yes. It's just how long is it going to take us? Oh, so close. Let's see. I've seen people do this trick and I want to see if it works with these. It kind of does, yeah. Not kind of, very. It very much does. I might be putting that flower upside down, but oh well. All right, so next guy is this one. And if I cut a little bit onto where it's already missing, because it was close to the other flower, then it should be easier to get off, theoretically. Well, theoretically. This one up here. Cute. Got this guy. Again with a little bit of extra. On the back so that we can get off the front. It doesn't want to do that. Oops. Oh. There. that one. All right, I don't think we need to do every one. How about we could just trim it so it looks like it's in the corner. Don't think that's a 90-degree angle, but you know. Well, that's pretty close to an, no, don't stick yet. Oh, that was pretty close to a 90-degree angle, if I do say so myself. Now I'm not going to be able to set it in there straight anyway. Close, close, close. There. It's upside down. Oh well, nobody's ever, don't tell. Nobody will ever, ever know. All right, now let's finish these guys up. Let's give one more number because I think that it would look cool in the corner. Didn't do nearly as much stamping as I thought we would, but that's okay. You know what we could do? Oh, we're 7 minutes past. Did not work. Didn't work. We were close, but not quite. Well, somewhere around here's the lid to my glue. I'm sure I'll find it. Let's get this stuff out of our way and see how, you know, it was pretty close to a half an hour. I think we can call it just about so. And now let's, not this, let's use this as our tie because they're cute. How long do we want it? About like that. All right, we're just going to cut 5 about the same length, roughly. I can't even see what I'm doing here. They inevitably get longer. I'm pretty good at that, getting them longer every single time. Let's tie these on. Now, hopefully they're not too short because I completely forgot about the little point at the top. No, I think we're still okay. I think we are still okay. Can even do some through the front and others through the back. Bit of a different look. I go back and forth on which one I like. I think it's just whatever mood I'm in. Kind of like through the back today. We'll do it that way. And still. So it did take, you know, it took longer than an hour. However, we also did ink up our own page, our own paper, and tried that out, and I think we turned out okay. I think we turned out just fine. And this could definitely be something that you could, you know, you take your little die cuts and head off to the living room, watch some TV, and just have a you know, a little pile to put together. So not too shabby for a nice Tuesday evening. Thanks guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys all next time.